Okay, we are going to do a little snippet, mini portion of lesson on sarcasm, how sarcasm is wasted with young children. And if you want the whole lecture, you can go to the GEM training course and or contact me and I can give it to you. Usually directors and admin like to use it for some reminders for the teaching world. And so this is just kind of a snippet of it, but in general, sarcasm, by definition, is the irony. It's the use of irony to mock someone. And I know there's a lot of people that think, well, what really big harm am I doing? It's all fun and games. I don't really mean it. The thing about using sarcasm with young children is that it, for one, is inappropriate because their development is at an egocentric state and their cognition does not understand sarcasm. Sarcasm is the opposite of what you are saying, and for children that are young, that are actually learning language and learning how to articulate their wants and needs, that can be very confusing. So the downfalls of using sarcasm with children, there's just 4 that I just kind of want to throw out there in this little mini lecture. For one, it sets a tone. It sets a negative tone for the environment. If parents are listening, if your coworkers, because it's not a positive affirmation to a child, it's in no way helpful to a child. It confuses the language, and so it kind of sets a tone for impatience. And if you are experiencing this with a child, like if you're experiencing something that's silly or you're trying to make it whimsical, try a different approach. Another, for the lack of a better word, a non-benefit, a con to sarcasm is it's a confusing message, and you are bonding with a child. And so if you are telling a child one thing and laughing about it and they don't understand what you're saying, it's going to affect your bond with that child because they're not going to be able to trust what you're saying is always accurate or always true. They're not going to believe you. And 3, it's going to affect their receptive listening to you when you have them go do a task. It's going to hinder that development of listening to you just for behavior. A 4th reason is it breaks your bond because the child is no longer trusting you. And if a child cannot trust you, then they're gonna start to not come to you. You're gonna notice that they're not gonna ask you questions as much. And the whole purpose of us fostering and guiding children is to make those bonds. And so this can really be a big hindrance in that area. The other thing that I wanted to say about that, and I don't want to get into much of a tangent because this is supposed to be a mini lecture. The thought flew out of my head. I think that when we're remembering and reminding each other as colleagues, and you might have a staff that you're addressing, we're really good people can make really poor choices. And a lot of that sometimes can be from modeling. Maybe they were modeled this behavior from family environments, other personal relationships, and also a teaching environment. They could have seen that. And sarcasm is a learned behavior. And so when you see that and think, oh, well, it's not that big of a deal, someone else did it, then you can easily pick it up. And it's just a good reminder for all of us to just be direct with children and build those relationships. Again, if you want to have the whole lecture, whether you want to use it for like an in-service or it is part of the GEM training. So if you have purchased the training, then it will just come with that. Otherwise, if you want just that lecture by itself, go ahead and go to sevengraces.org, or you can contact me and we can get you the video of the lecture. thank you so much, and don't forget to process, play, and have a great day.